Okay, so I just talked to Chase, and he thinks he blew his motor in his 1.8 Miata. That's not the 1.6 that we were using in the last video where we tried to blow up the motor. This was his daily driver. So I'm going to head over there. I believe we're pulling out the engine, so it should be an interesting video. Okay, we're in the pit now. Trying to get the exhaust off.
Don't take any tools from here. These are all the ones that we were using. We didn't want to get.
Yeah, we can't use those because they're SAE standard. Okay. This is all metric. I tried to use one of these tools and it's just too big.
Okay, we're removing the wiring harness now. We're just getting all the connectors disconnected, so it'll be easier to pull the motor out. So we got it all ready to pull. We just have to move it over into that bay. This bay is like the under bay, and that bay has the engine hoist up there. So we're gonna move it over, and then we will start pulling the motor. Okay, so it's the next day now, and he's already started pulling it apart, but we're going to pull it apart some more right now.
Damn, this thing does work.
Holy crap.
That thing was seized.
What are you pulling off?
We gotta pull off this oil pump here so I can get to pulling this crankshaft off. Yeah, those are worn. Fuck. I would probably need a whole
Let me
new
see
one.
it for the camera. Oh, that one's bad.
Yeah, that's real bad.
You can see those grooves. Those are not supposed to be there.
I'll try it more than that.
Oh, yeah. It's grooved up. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's pretty grooved.
Yeah.
Yup.
Looks like they're grooved real bad on the...
Might have been an oiling issue.
Yeah, because of that thick oil. I'm telling you, it probably didn't get to the
10W30.
galleries. Yeah, it probably didn't get to the galleries.
10W30 heavy diesel oil will destroy it. Rotate.
No
Push
oil
this
in there at all. It's not supposed to be. Watch your hand, watch your hand.
Watch out for the bearings and all that. Yeah, 1 second.
I guess you just caliber 6 wires.
And it's not gonna go. It's not gonna go. The rod. Adrian, you're pushing down on the.
Yeah.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Fuck it, just pull the crank now.
Yeah, pull the crank up. Hit those. Tap these. Just tap them down. No, tap down on top.
No, the studs.
On top, the studs.
Oh, this is.
Yeah.
There we go, cranks out. Okay, we're back at Chase's now. It's been about a week since we were here. Here's the old block all disassembled. He did that while we were gone. He's scraping some gasket stuff off right now. And the new block is out there. He just got a new block, so he's gonna paint that real quick. We're gonna start assembling it. Hopefully bolt it up, get it in the car without the head because we don't have a head gasket. And then we'll do the head tomorrow when the head gasket should be here. Okay, we're gonna paint the engine now. It's got this nice metallic gray, silver color. Looks like a new block.
Pretty much.
Okay, we're in the engine bay now. We're gonna replace the steering rack. He's gonna go with the depowered one. But he also, that's bent over there.
From the hog.
Yeah, you hit a hog. The lazy way to put your steering rack back in. Just twist the whole thing on there.
On one side.
Yeah, it only works on one side. So what he did was he took these lines out, the power steering lines on the rack, both of them, and we're gonna weld them later, weld them shut, so that we can just plug up the holes. This is really easy when there's no motor in the car, huh?
Yeah.
It's just like 4 bolts and then the tie rods and steering shaft.
Lay enough in there on one side, make, good even pass. I kind of just swirl it around sometimes. Just lay it back over. So, then we'll lay our seals. Just rest them in place where they're gonna be, right, the right spot. Because the oil pan will take care of the rest of it. The oil pan will smash it all out for us.
Okay, now that the oil pan's on, we just put this new bearing in, and we're gonna put the flywheel on.
Luckily we had a spline tool, put everything back on with.
Yeah, we luckily dug up this clutch alignment tool. We weren't sure we had one.
Okay.
You have a bolt I can put in?
Yeah. Now be careful, some are a certain length.
Yeah.
These ones go over here. We got the top and bottom ones done first.
Okay, so the motor's complete now. Well, head's on. It still needs to be timed. And it needed new motor mounts. We didn't really realize that, but so we got to O'Reilly's today, and motor mounts were $50 a piece, or $100 for the set. We didn't really want to pay that. We paid $190 just for the new block, like the 1.8 block, with the rotating assembly and everything. So we're just measuring this out, and we're going to try to make 2 motor mounts out of steel plating. Okay, so we're dropping the motor in now. I'm just gonna do a time lapse. We made up to our own motor mounts. Kinda solid, but we did put some rubber in there, so. Okay, so we just got it over to this other bay with the pit so we can work on the bottom stuff. We had to play around with the motor mounts because they weren't exactly lined up correctly, but we got it in, and now we're going to start bolting stuff on the bottom of it.
Come down into the layer.
We're getting the power plant frame bolted up. Okay.
Right. Now just to put the rest of the exhaust in here.
You're going to put the back half of the exhaust?
Yeah. See, I need to loosen this here, so that way when I screw it in, it don't get all tied up.
Okay, drive shaft is next. It's pretty simple. You just
find the keys, slide them in. And don't forget to mark your differential. See, I made this mark right here. Barely see it because of the light. I made pin marks on here. Pin marks on here so I knew where back to align it to.
Okay, so we got a lot of stuff in. I lost the GoPro for a while. It was in the shop. But we've been busy anyways, so. Fuel lines, a lot of the wires, throttle cable, spark plugs and stuff.
Sensors and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's starting to look like a engine again.
Yeah, we got a little bit left to go, but not yet.
Radiator. I don't know. Not much.
No, not much at all.
We didn't really struggle with anything.
No, we really didn't. That's the best part.
Yeah, we did lose the exhaust manifold gasket, which kind of blows. We looked everywhere for it.
It doesn't seem to be in a single spot.
Okay, so we just got it all finished, we think. We're just going to try to start it up real quick. I'm not going to run it for very long. There you go.
We're good.
You got a running car again, buddy.
Yep, I sure do.
First try. It started up really easy. Almost scarily easy.
Starts up a lot better than you ever used to.
That's funny.
Everything's cleaned up though, that's why.
Yeah.
Everything got all clean, reconnected.
Regasketed.
I'm done for the night.
There you go, guys.
Like wiped out.
Miata engine swap. 2 weekends.
2 weekends. Literally, I could have done it in 1 week if I had everything here. But it took me 3 days to power wash the whole block. Took me 2 days to power wash the head. 3 days with the transmission, and every other part was all hand wash or power wash combination.
Oh, tell them what the problem was. I don't think we ever mentioned. I don't think we ever.
It was a crank bearing for the rod.
Yeah, he spun a bearing pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah, on the bottom. It was cylinder 3.
I thought it was B.
1, 2, 3.
I thought they were labeled ABCD and it was
Yeah,
B.
I did ABCD, but it's number 3.
Okay.
But like, it just completely, there was no bearing. Like,
Yeah. The bearing was just
It
gone.
was just bearing is gone completely.
All in the oil.
And yeah, wrong oil. 10W30 diesel oil.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Just put 10W30 or 5W30. 5W30, 10W30. That's all you ever need for a Miata.
Well, guys, that was way more successful than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
He just needs to get an exhaust or header gasket, exhaust manifold gasket. We never found it, so that's why we only started it for a second. If we had that gasket, we'd run it and drive it around and stuff. But yeah, so that's the episode.